Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Everyday Black Man Podcast of authentic black male thoughts. I'm Ripe, and I'm joined by Sham and Black Libertarian, because our Reed can't be here on fucking time. Actually, he just arrived. We're also joined by our special guest, Canada, and we want to start talking about this motherfucking slam. Follow us on Twitter, EVYD Black Men, Instagram, Everyday Black Men, and Everyday Black Men Facebook page, or Patreon of EBMP. And we also have a wonderful website, www.everydayblackmen.com, Facebook page, and let's go. So go ahead, Black Libertarian.
Yeah, what I was saying is they only protect football quarterbacks if they white. If they ain't white, bro, come on, man. First off, bro already had a concussion, bro. And then second of all, why you gonna let this nigga Sumo Sam slam him on the fucking head? Not even throw a flag for unnecessary roughness. I seen him throw flags for unnecessary roughness for slapping somebody. This nigga Sumo slammed this nigga on his head, and you can see the whiplash in the video, and no flag. All right, bro. I'm just being honest, bro.
Watch this video so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'll post the video so you can see it.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is the black quarterback is unprotected, and nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
Hell, even Brett Favre is being protected. No.
I mean, you know, we're not allowed to talk about Brett Favre stealing $5 million of fucking welfare money.
He's a trash
welfare king.
I mean, I thought y'all was gonna get into the one of those race divestors, Malika Andrews, and her mixed ass.
I'm not trying to divest or nothing, bro. But
No. I'm talking about something else. But I mean, that's already known about quarterbacks. I mean, even Patrick Mahomes get hit in a way that I'm just like, if that was Tom Brady, he would have protected him. Patrick Mahomes missed. He got frog voice. It's me, Patrick Mahomes.
But you just don't slam. I mean, dude, they slammed this dude in a way that I ain't never seen before in my life, bro. I ain't even
I've seen that before, but not since the 90s.
Not since the 90s.
Pause. Tua not black.
What is he?
He one of them island.
Island? They just, bro, come on, don't do that, bro.
Come on, bro. You know they got dropped off.
I mean,
come on, don't do that, bro.
I'm just telling you what they call themselves. I'm pretty sure he's Samoan. I don't know if he's Samoan and black, but he's Samoan.
Mariota is Samoan.
Yeah, Mariota is Samoan.
I'm pretty sure
he's not one of Samoan niggas.
Tonga Vailoa is Samoan too.
I mean, even if he's Samoan, he's still.
Where was his teammates at though? What was that?
I don't know where his teammates. I don't know, bro. You see how they slammed this?
That was some fucking shit.
Internet. People on the internet was like, "Nah, that hit was normal." That's not a hit. He slammed the dude like in wrestling.
It'd be different.
That was wild.
Maybe that dude had something against Hawaiian people in their hair. Remember that dude with the long hair? You know what I'm talking about? Well, he was in like actual fucking like Pantene Pro V commercials.
Yeah, his name was damn, he was strong safety for
Polamalu or something like that.
Troy Polamalu, yeah, Polamalu, whatever.
Oh, I definitely fucked his name up. So you definitely probably got me on that one.
That's when I used to watch a lot more football. It's so funny that this nigga didn't watch football and I watched it, and then he became a Falcons fan over the years. And I can't watch a game. I just saw that slam go across my timeline. I follow sports, but not to the same degree. Like I have not watched an NFL game in probably like 3 years. 3 years.
Mostly your race.
Well, bro, I watch.
God damn, this slam is bad as fuck, nigga. God damn.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. They talking about it's normal. That is not normal.
Oh no.
Bro, people have been on the internet arguing me like, "Oh, that's not the problem. The problem is he already had a concussion." No, the problem is this nigga slammed the shit out of him, bro.
That nigga took him like he was a goddamn Rice Krispie treat. Broke that man in half.
He snapped that boy around like a rag doll.
God damn, this shit bad, bro. I thought you were just playing. God damn, I watch 4.7 million fucking times.
And
I mean, you saw the narrative conversation. See, I watch sports shows, and you probably don't watch those. The conversation around, like, most people are stupid, meaning they can't come up with their own ideas. So the narrative around that was the week before, they thought he had a concussion. You can find that if you would like. And he got out the game. I can't remember, was it one series? And then he came back. And it was just like he had a concussion. He shouldn't be playing. He said it was his back. He passed concussion protocol. And that was on Sunday. And then on Thursday, this happens to him. So The media narrative is that, well, he shouldn't have been playing anyway. So anytime it surrounds like sports, politics, anything, I realize people are fucking stupid. Like sometimes the
Yeah.
narrative is right, but most people just follow what they see on TV. Like it's really kind of sad. Um, just that, taking a step back, none of them ever question the hit itself because of course the NFL media and people like ESPN, all those people, they're not going to question the hit because if that hit was somebody else, blah blah blah. But the narrative, of course, is what you're saying that you saw on the internet. Just realize all those people are fucking what do we call those people? I mean, they're
Sheep.
not zombies. They're an autopilot.
Sheep. Cause like, nah, bro. Cause like, when I saw that hit, I was like, bro, they would not. I've watched every game, bro. Like Red Zone and all for the past 4 weeks, right? And I have watched them. They will not let you do that to the quarterback. But what they've allowed you to do to Miami quarterback, the dude from the Browns, the dude from the Browns, and
Like that.
Mariota, yeah, and Mariota, they don't give a fuck about them. They
I
don't give a
mean,
fuck
they're
if they
not
get
stars
hurt.
either. I mean, to be fair.
Because niggas weren't even trying. If you actually go back and watch the video, you can see them niggas start halfway before he was even touched.
I mean, also they're not stars. To be fair, I mean, I would say there's a
Hey,
level of
you leave the 3 Miami Dolphins fans alone, goddamn.
no. It's not even that the Dolphins fans like the Chiefs are from Kansas City. Who gives a fuck about Kansas City? It's about star power. The NFL doesn't promote to a like they promote a Brady, but the NFL is still slick racist. Like it's not even slick. It's still a racist organization.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like they employ a lot of black men and all this kind of stuff. But if you start breaking down the numbers, if you're like a coach, if you're not like doing skill positions such as running back, linebacker, or what else? Wide receivers coach. Most of those coaches are probably going to be black. But when it comes to head coaching, you probably might get a defensive coordinator job, but a head coach job, they're not going to do it. They're going to say you never run plays, but you can find countless examples of the NFL hiring other people who were quote unquote unqualified by those same merits and going, well, whatever. And who the hell am I to tell a billionaire who he should and hire, whatever hire? But what I do know is the NFL has to be like 80% black. So the workforce being about 40% black, I don't know. I mean, that's saying that all players deserve to be coaches, but why aren't many black people in coaching circles? I think you have one in your. I don't know if you go that far as
I do.
your real life. You do or you don't?
Yeah, I do.
No. I'm talking about Riker. He has somebody he knows close to
Oh,
him in
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
coach
yeah, yeah, yeah.
circuit, and I don't know how close you go to that, but does he? That'd be interesting talking about that in real life. But hey, I'm trying to keep this dude hired, so I ain't trying to get into that. Get him on here. Maybe when he get famous enough, and we'll tone the conversation, of course, to fit the media narrative. But does he find it hard for him to find jobs and what he wants to do?
I
For
mean, because of his experience working when he was looking at, earlier collegiate stuff, he's been able to be pretty successful.
okay,
I really wish he got the university. Can't say the name because, yeah, that would be dry snitching. But he had an opportunity to go someplace really good, and they went out because, a little white boy needed a job, and we got to keep the whites employed.
I mean, college I think is a more. I don't think I would say about college. They definitely don't have as many black coaches because they're actually more racist in the NFL. But I think there's a lot of opportunity there for black coaches.
Oh, most certainly,
Some
without a doubt. But I think it's
and,
very interesting because normally people say that you're the conservative one. You're like, no, just it's a racist organization, bro. It is what it
oh, I'm not conservative. I'm not going to be real with you. The
no, this
NFL is racist. The NBA
NFL
is
racist,
fascist.
bro.
The NBA is fascist. They're actually ran about some liberals. I just
is. China.
want
The
like the way
NFL
I
is
look at the
openly
NBA.
racist
I
in
think
between
they're
the
trying to
lines.
get women. It sounds fucked up. I really think they're trying to get women in the NBA. If you look at how the game is played versus, whatever, they're not touching each other. They're gonna put women probably. There a lot of perimeter play. The physicality from the game is gone, but I still don't think a woman would be successful in that
Look,
realm. And
man, she will get 6 points out of the game, and they gonna call that
they
making
want a
history.
woman coach, and I don't think a woman should coach men. I mean, like
Let me
logically.
ask you a question, bro. I'm just asking a quick question, bro. And I don't mean nothing by this.
Hmm.
What's wrong with the word no?
That's just racist.
No, I'm
It's very
serious. Like,
racist. It's very
Let me
racist
I,
to
explain your
women, bro.
I,
situation.
I, I, No, I'm saying like if they're like, oh, we want more women to be cared about in the NBA. No.
So why won't the women do something about it themselves? What do we have to do something about it
No,
for
no, no,
them?
no, no, no. You don't even have to say that. Just say no.
Oh, okay, I
And
get what
they'll
you're
say
saying. Now
why.
don't feed into it.
And
Yeah, just
inherently,
Yeah.
um,
no.
they're talking about this now in the political organizations that the empowerment of women is actually I want to say depowering or what's the word I'm looking for about how it's affecting men negatively, to the point where it's an over a correction when it comes to women in a lot of facets. If you look at it, it's going to be a problem moving forward. But the only way to really fix it is to show. This is gonna sound fucked up, and I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but when it comes down to it, all of us on this podcast, like, we're probably more willing to risk our life for this country than most women are. And they'll show you quickly. And all that equalization
Oh
shit, when it
yeah,
happens, it's just because of the country we live in. And
correct.
we need more men to just be like, no, like you said, just say no. Like, there's a whole WNBA. There was this woman on the Spurs. She was assistant head coach, and he had assistant head coaches like Ime Udoka, waited for years and years and years and years. And okay, he fucked up, whatever. But like Tim Duncan, fucking, I think he played 20-year vet, and he'd been on the bench, and they were like, this woman deserved the job. And there are other coaches around the league who've been on the benches for 5, 10 years. Patrick Ewing, you don't even watch basketball, you know who he is. He's one of the biggest players in New York. Simply because of the fact that she was a woman, they were trying to accelerate that process. But the question is, when it actually happens, will these boys respect that woman as a coach? If I was a guy on they're paying you millions of dollars, you're gonna be like, whatever. The problem with the NBA is they don't allow them to speak. Even the media around the NBA is kind of liberal, and that needs to be addressed to some extent because I think the way we portray news to individuals is the problem. And that's why I think I like shows like Breaking Points and Breakthrough News and Rising because they allow you to make your own decision instead of informing you of what your position should be. And that's the
Oh, like
problem
old
with
school media?
media. Huh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Like old school media?
No, bro,
Yeah.
stop that old school media shit, nigga. There's just one plan, and that plan is whoever's paying us the most money.
I mean, that's the
Well, and I'm
problem with
saying there was a time before that though.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's ever been.
Oh, you mean back when we actually let people have informed decisions? Nah, bro, we don't need
I
none of
think
that,
that's
bro.
why
I
I
wouldn't even
like
put
Rising so much because you get the left and the right perspective to some extent, and then they like, okay, you make a decision. I'm not telling you how to think. I'm telling you where I'm coming from this side versus the other side. Kind of like with the whole manosphere. The problem is innately is men keep telling women what they think, and women definitely don't listen to anything men tell them anything. Like it's just they're like we should have a
I mean,
discussion.
bro, have you tried to get a word in with the woman edgewise when she's angry?
I don't argue with women. I tell them what I gotta say, and I'll be done with it.
I don't know about words, but I know you can get a good slap in. I've been successful there.
I knew I
And
even
this is
had the
God,
type of
Sean
strike
Connery.
down in my
Oh,
head.
God,
I was like, it's
Sean
gonna be a
Connery.
slap.
I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly. You knew it was gonna be a
Sometimes
slap
she
with this
just
nigga.
needs a little pop.
did
You know?
y'all watch that video from Pinkwood with Malika
Good
Andrews?
job.
I didn't share it to Black Libertarian. So pretty much what happened in Boston is the coach was caught around fucking with an employee, and they had a rule in place where they were like, okay, y'all are not supposed to fuck with each other, so they suspended the coach for a year. Stephen A. Smith asked the question, well, if he gets suspended for a year, why isn't she suspended for a year? I think that's a very valid question, right? Like, he was embarrassed on national TV.
No one's disagreeing here. I mean, he did cheat
Right.
on Nina
So
Long,
she
so
went
watch
on
your back,
TV.
motherfucker.
Malika Andrews went on TV and went, well, we don't know exactly what happened and blah, blah, blah. Didn't tell us.
Love that shit.
Yeah, but she's fucking stupid.
And then from
No, that's
there,
No,
what
they
they
hired
do
another
though.
coach. They hired another coach, a young guy. He's probably 34. Congratulations, a young black man got a head coaching job in Boston. Back when he was in college, he got arrested for like assault or whatever. And it's been like 13 years since that happened. She felt the need to bring it up. So Malika Andrews is doing that thing to black men where she excoriates them on their past and brings that up. This dude's married with a whole family and children. She brought that up as one of his prerequisites why he got the job. Out of context, she just brought it up for no reason. And that's what I was thinking. I was talking about race divergence because she's a little mixed 20-some-year-old. She's actually dating a white guy, Mark Spain. He's on there sometimes. You'll know him when you see him or something like that. And it's just that watching, I hate to say it, mixed people have identity crisis, and that was just watching her in real life. And
Mixed
like, if
people about
somebody
that
brought up
every
her
day, bro.
past, how she went to a mental
Disagree with
facility,
that.
they said I was wrong. Some of them do. It depends on where you grow up, don't it? Like the black kids that grow up around white kids versus the black kids, the mixed kids that grow up
I
around
mean,
black
let me
kids.
backtrack. I
I
think a lot of black people have identity problems, not just mixed people, but mainly it does have to do when you grow up. So yeah,
Americans,
Sound
yeah.
very mixed-ish right now.
I think it depends on where you grow up because, like, I got mixed cousins and they don't do that, but they grew up around a lot of black people, but they also
once
grew up
again
in
though, is
Germany.
that their fault though? Because like if you're black, you grew up around your white family. Like,
No,
is
no,
it your
it's
fault
it's
that?
it's
Oh, it's
not
not
their
your
fault.
fault. You
It's
don't
not your
I
understand.
mean,
fault.
But
I'm
like,
mixed.
no, innately, I'm saying, are you on the
Nigga, you
side of
darker than the
like? See,
blackberry, nigga.
everyone
there's
thinks
Hold
that.
dark
on.
ass
Oh,
Asians.
it's,
I'm
it's
I'm
race, and then there's culture. Your race is not the same as your culture, and
I'm mixed with nigger and nigga.
then
Okay,
there's
so
a
like,
culture amongst black
I knew
people.
he
Just
was
a
gonna
black
take
kid
it.
with nigga tendencies.
Yeah, that's my thing. You stole that. No,
He's just
there's a
borrowing it
culture of black
on
people.
interest.
No,
Like we don't our black women don't go on TV and blame black men for like ridiculous things that they did not do. However, I find a lot with the mixed culture, they don't mind buying into the white agenda of excoriating black men. I just feel like that happens a lot. Now, some black women will, like Tina
Stacey
Cross-Eyes,
Abrams. Wait, no, that's not her name.
anybody who works for
Stacey.
the major news network, they don't give a fuck.
okay,
They'll attack a
bro, let
black
me
man
ask you a
all day.
question. Why don't we just accept that we as black men are the worst things that have ever happened to anybody and just go away?
why do we have to accept that so freely?
Well, we might as well give them what they want. I mean,
But
at some
why?
point, just to make them suffer. You know what I mean? Nietzsche,
I think
I think, said it best.
black men should
Sometimes
just set a
giving,
better example, be successful. Yeah, you're gonna buy into some stereotypes, and yeah, you don't, and that's fine. And if they don't like it, who cares? The question
Just
is
keep
just
not giving a
showing that
fuck.
you can be
Keep being one of
different
us.
and be black, but there's a culture that's persistent amongst us all. I mean, we're all very different people. Like if you really think about it, and we all
At the
have
end of the
that
day, they're gonna
logical and
hate
diversity.
us
shit.
regardless what we do. It don't matter if we leave them alone. Don't matter if we try to cooperate with them. Like like a nigga's a nigga's a nigger. Like it don't matter, bro. At the end of
Yeah,
the day,
yeah. I
so,
mean, sometimes.
that's why I
Nigga!
just do me. I just do
So,
me
Nigga!
regardless.
the reason, like, if you look at the Senate race, you're not in Georgia, Canada, but we have, like, from the outside looking in, like, we can appreciate this, and we don't talk about this, of course, because of who's running. You have Herschel Walker and you have Raphael Warnock, two black men running for the Senate. We can get into the doldrums of who they are politically, but that's a good thing. There's two black men going to the Senate, and
Exactly.
allegedly both of them are straight.
Allegedly.
You know
Allegedly,
you had to throw in that dig. You
he
could have
always
just said,
does
you know
that.
what, it's good.
That's not a
I
dig.
know he always
Atlanta
does
is
it.
close by.
I mean,
First and
we're only
foremost,
gonna. The problem is they only celebrate one because he's black and Democrat. They don't celebrate the other one because he's black and Republican.
no. I do acknowledge how ironic it is that we can have a black man move from Texas and he could take over the Republican thing because they're so mad. And at the
Well, he
same
grew up
time,
in
be a
Georgia.
local hometown boy. Yeah, that's what I was going to go into it. I was going to go into it. He is a local boy. So I mean, it is very ironic because
Boy,
how often do we get two black men running against each other? It's very, it doesn't
I
happen.
don't.
I really hope that whoever wins gives a really good opportunity for the other person to come on stage and give a great concession speech because that would be nice to see two black men getting along and being
It
like,
would
"Hey,
be,
man,
yeah.
I didn't win
It'd be
this
one for the
time."
culture for sure.
It'll
Hold on,
definitely
Definitely.
fuck their
let's break
heads
it
up.
down one level.
I disagree with the phrasing on that one. He says it's good to enjoy seeing two black men like have an amicable like race against each other. This is not a race. This is soon to be a decimation. Have you seen Herschel Walker's like 100 meter fucking race? No, this is not going to be a race. A race makes it sound like there's competition.
So
You ain't shit, nigga. You ain't
one
shit.
thing that I feel
Put
is
it
a
down.
little disrespectful, and I got to say this, is that the fact that Republicans would choose Herschel Walker is interesting. He's stupid. He speaks ignorant as fuck. I mean, his dialect, like, there's a Southern dialect, but this nigga truly can't like make a sentence.
This nigga in
Um,
He can't
1876.
articulate his thoughts in a way that you would expect someone with at least above a seventh grade education would be able to.
correct, and he went to college at Georgia. That
I
doesn't speak
mean,
much
he
for
got
him.
hit a lot playing
Does that
football.
show you
I
what the
mean, he got hit a
Republican
lot.
Party thinks of black men of Georgia, at least?
Not necessarily what they think of black men, or I guess more so Georgia. It's more, do they think that this will be enough? And yes.
And I probably have to agree with it.
Because the nigga fast as fuck, bro. Like, they
Their
made,
expectations for black men are like the bottom of the barrel.
not even, I wouldn't even say black men. That's not enough to fill that position. Is it enough to be attractive to the voter?
Just the fact that he went to Georgia.
Well,
I got a white
yeah,
guy who's my boss. He was just like, he went to Georgia. Yeah. I
exactly.
like
That's all he needed to know. He went to Georgia. All right, he my candidate.
And I was like,
So
he's an idiot. He was just like the other guy. I mean, he's the guy. Obviously, he's on the other side of the political spectrum, and he was just like, "Well, the other guy's just a tool." And I was like, "Well, he's a tool too." And we had that interesting conversation. Being as my boss, of course, I didn't really go into it,
you
but
didn't see
yeah,
what they had?
they're both tools. I mean, no offense to Raphael Warnock or Herschel Walker, they both don't have their agenda, and neither one of their agendas incorporate black men like Stacey Abrams.
Hey man, Stacey said she gonna think of something for black men around October 14th. She got something for black men, especially since
She don't even have enough respect for black men to lie to them. That's what I said. She did something for gays. I seen that commercial. She did something for women because all she talks about is abortion. Apparently, 6 weeks. That's not a heartbeat. What?
No. Remember, for her, she's got a campaign on the women aspect because campaigning on trying to actually do things and do things differently did not win. So she got to come back
To
around
be
and
fair, she
win
probably
around.
did win that election.
I mean, no. I definitely believe that she probably won that election, but the same way that most things are, it only matters if you get the fucking square. And you didn't get the square.
She can't get elected,
That's
so she's gonna lose again. I think she'll
Well,
lose.
I don't
She'll be
know. I
right.
don't know if she's going to lose
She's
again.
gonna lose.
There are some spiteful Republicans who are not voting at all. And I mean, remember, even if your base only shows up at the same level they showed up last time, all you got to do is get enough spiteful people on the other side to not show up, and it don't matter.
But life is about
Now,
historical norms, so it's a midterm election. A lot of us ain't showing up.
well, yeah, but this ain't a real midterm election, so she got a better chance this time than she got last time. Because last time was a real election. This time it's like
Last time was
it's
the
off
presidential
season.
election, wasn't it? She ran.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is off season, so she got it. She got a
Yeah,
chance.
but
Now the
Republicans come
thing,
out in higher numbers in the offseason because they're the opposing party.
yeah, but they're not really the opposing party this time outside of the Senate one. Because I mean, for the most part, it's hard to be the opposed party when you completely own the state of Georgia. I mean, it is what it is. People can say what they want to say, but it's been Republican on pretty much everything outside of governor. Well, actually, no, it's been Republican on pretty much everything for the last like 20 years. So you can't complain about being oppressed in
Cleveland,
Georgia.
wasn't he governor? He a Democrat, but he was a Blue Dogs, and Democrats don't like Blue Dogs anymore.
Well, he wasn't a real blue dog. He was he was a good old boy he was the white moderate. So, we have white supremacists on the far right. We got white collaborators who I'm not a white supremacist. Don't you see that I'm dressed normally? And then you got white moderates. White moderates are worse than either the other two groups because they want to bring the white collaborators over into the middle. And it's like, bro, you're not gonna get them to the middle. They're gonna pull you over to the right.
Oh, that's the Democratic Party. But that, like, my whole question to you would be,
I mean,
is
facts. Facts.
where's the Democrat that believes that abortion is wrong, but he believes in everything else?
I mean, you have a couple of those people, but they're mostly like it's small seat stuff because you can't get high in the Democratic Party unless you tell women that they can do whatever they want with their body, like Megan Thee Stallion this week. But she was like, women get to do whatever they want with their bodies. I love my body. And it's like,
Well, I think that I
really?
told you white media is covering her because she lied about getting shot, but that'll come out sooner or later when y'all rest of y'all catch up.
I mean, it's going to be very interesting because the one thing she didn't say this week is I didn't fuck goddamn the baby, which is pretty interesting when you think about it. Because a nigga came out this week and said that he had sex with you when you were dating another nigga and that your nigga's a pussy. And instead you go on about my body, my choice. Like, we fighting the wrong battles here.
No
She's a white
accountability
who is
here.
we?
collaborator.
Who is we?
Yeah.
She's a white
That's your
woman
first
collaborator.
issue.
Well, no, I'm not saying we. I mean, from her perspective, like, she's fighting the wrong battle.
Well,
How?
she proved that she
She's
wasn't for
filling her
black men
pockets,
by
bro.
lying. She's what?
She's lining her pockets.
Oh
Like,
no. She is
Oh,
lining
is
her
that
pockets,
okay?
but it's one of those. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. If this had
It's
been
not.
the other way around and a guy came out and said, and I fucked your bitch, back to Tupac. Like, nigga, you got to have a diss track ready. You got to be in the studio. You got to
You
do
know, they
all this
did a
other stuff.
song the next day, like the next soon as he shot her or whatever, they had a song come out.
Yeah, but bro, like, they spent all that money,
Oh
So,
yeah,
EPing that
with him
shit, bro.
beating up
let me ask you a
August
question then.
Alsina.
Said she
What do
beat
you
up
say?
Benzino.
I mean, to
No,
be
you
honest,
guys,
August Alsina was a low blow because we all know that man ain't got hands. He got manhandled by Jada Pinkett Smith.
no,
So let me
seriously.
ask
She
y'all a
got
question.
strong shoulders, bro. I don't know if you ever looked at her.
No, for sure.
I
She's
got
definitely a linebacker.
Without a doubt. But go ahead, Reed.
so I guess I ask this question to y'all individually. Well, all of y'all, and y'all can answer if you so choose. Um, do you think? Because I mean, recently with black men, do you think the rise of Kevin Samuels helped black men, go more conservative, or do you think black men have always been more conservative than their counterparts,
Yeah, I can't
Counterparts
get
as
that to
far as women.
KS. No, counterparts as far as in
women?
comparison to black women.
Yeah,
I can't give that
Uh,
to KS. I think we've always been more conservative than black women. I think the difference here is Kevin Samuels put a face to a lot of things that men have been trying to find the language around. Like the fact that he made sign language a thing. Now, anytime that a woman's, starting to be like, oh yeah, and niggas ain't shit, it's like, oh, there's a sign language. She's shaming niggas. She's insulting niggas. She's needing to be right. She's trying to guilt niggas, and she's needing to be right. Like you see it now in discourse so much because it's literally
a
the
playbook.
feminist playbook. Like it's
Yeah,
literally just like if you
gaslight,
can't
gaslight,
shame that
gaslight.
nigga, insult him. If you can't insult him, then try to guilt him. Like, oh, what would your mom think? And it's like, you don't know my mom. My mom
I'm
don't
gonna
like
call you
most
a
of you.
dumb bitch. You dumb
Exactly.
bitch.
Like you over here playing yourself. And then last but not least, if all other tactics fail, then it's I'm just right because I said so. And it's like, I mean, look, you can do your body your choice as much as you want. I just don't want to hear complaining in 20 years when we got gremlins running around. You're like, I'm so afraid that these kids are going to break in my house. It's like, we had an opportunity here to not have this fucking Cyberpunk 2077. But you hoes wanted to be hoes. And look what you did now. You got a bunch of Bebe's kids doing what Bebe's kids do, breaking in. And they shoot women now. Like, it ain't like in our generation where niggas was hesitant. No, these kids will straight up
Oh no, a
murder a
bitch can
woman.
definitely get shot. They don't care
They will
anymore.
delete a woman real quick. They don't care. There ain't no chivalry anymore. Like it used to be like if somebody was gonna rob a couple, like, you take a bunch of stuff from the man and you take her phone. Now they beating women over the head, like, give me that purse, bitch. It's like, God damn, you niggas is reckless.
Canada.
It's almost like you didn't have mothers or
I
fathers.
was like, I don't know the political dynamics up your way. I'm just curious because I know you guys have so many parties and all kind of distinctions or whatever. I don't understand the black vote in Canada, even though it's small. I doubt they'd reach out to you like they do in America. So I'm just curious, like from your limited
A lot of
scope,
bl-
of course.
like a lot of black people around here kind of vote kind of more what's for them. So for a lot of black people will kind of either go conservatives or NDP, and NDP would kind of be like what do you guys call it, a Democrat. So it's really split between, but I think a lot of black guys actually are secretly conservative, but a lot of black guys kind of just go with people tell them what to go with. So kind
I,
of what they're raised within the household at the same time.
I agree with that.
So pretty much they just kind of follow what what their mommy or what like their sister or what like their auntie would say, because like a lot of black guys don't got a black predominant man in the household, but if they did, they say, hey, like go conservative, because like 100% like that's what I go for. So but at the same time I listen to you guys, I also do a lot of research, so it's like, but like definitely a couple of years ago I was like, NDP for sure, because that's what I thought I was supposed to believe, and that's what I saw other black people believe in, if that makes sense.
I
The
agree.
herd mentality. Gotta love it.
Yeah, the herd mentality, exactly, right? But like you got to
I
grow
think
out of
that's
that at
why I
some
voted
point.
for Obama twice.
But I think a lot of young black guys kind of fall under the herd mentality. Not that they mean to, they just don't really have the right guidance to kind of
Well,
give
no,
them the
that,
way.
that's I say herd mentality, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner. I feel like
No, no,
most
no, no.
people
I
growing
know.
up, especially, are like,
Yeah,
it takes us a while to come into our own and realize that we're in the herd, and then maybe we don't want to do everything. Maybe there's some good things about the herd, maybe there aren't, but you can make that choice for yourself. Before that moment in your life, you don't even realize you're in the herd.
facts. You don't.
Well, I want to actually thank Kevin Samuels for getting out my rhetoric. I appreciate him. It's a start to where we should be. Not quite there yet, but I appreciate him starting.
Throwback
The
to an old episode. Kevin
the
Samuels didn't go
process.
hard enough.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. Now, about us being conservative, now, I don't think the end is conservatism. I think it's libertarianism. Where we start
Oh,
acknowledging that we're going to be responsible for ourselves and fuck everybody else. And if you come on my property, I'll kill you, shoot you in your face.
so black conservative have a problem in America with perception because I think black conservatism and white conservative have many cross points. But the problem with white conservatism is how they feel about a lot of social issues. Black people are probably a little bit more liberal when it comes to things like gender, race, and things like that. But when it comes to fiscal policy, I think a lot of more black people are more conservative, but they also care to some extent about how we handle like social programs. I think, like myself, I'm probably a little bit more liberal than most people when it comes to social programs. I know if it was up left to black libertarian, we wouldn't have any. Fuck them all.
Never
However,
thought of
throughout
it that way
history,
before.
with the expansion of social programs, that kind of stuff was left to the church and your neighborhoods and things like that. We wouldn't just leave people starving. We would help, like those people still survive without food stamps. And they
Whoa. See, I think this is a misconception with libertarianism. I'm not saying I'm an anarcho-capitalist. I kind of am, but y'all ain't even ready for that conversation. So I
And
keep it a black libertarian. And the point is, the reason I do that is because I think it's an even ground for us. Conservatism still requires on socialist standards, and I think black people need to step away from socialism. We need to pull and move toward pure accountability as black people to move forward in our society. We're
I
not going
agree.
to get anywhere.
it's easy to say that, but I think it's more hard than like the guy we were talking to at the bar last week. He had two felonies, made over 300,000. The dude was like, he's a libertarian, but he did acknowledge he did some hard shit. Like most people, like he's like, dude, I went to school here. I did some online research, and like he was all self-taught for the most part, with a little bit of Udemy, whatever you want to call it, one of those Skillshare sites or whatever, to
Yeah.
become an Amazon Web Service engineer. So that shit's hard, and everybody can't do what's hard. Well,
Right.
sorry.
So the people that can,
Will. It does.
yeah,
My point, yeah, people that can will, and I think that'll make a difference in our society, especially in black communities, and people who can do. But as long as we sit here and suck on the teat of Democrats, like, dude, I've watched so many videos with these people, and I don't know their names, but they're saying, why don't you get behind black women and vote for Stacey Abrams? Why can't black men just fall in line?
Why
That's a
can't
terrible way
black
to
Why?
say
men
some
fall
shit
in
like that to people.
line?
That they
But
said
that,
exactly that. And if I find the video, I'll send it to you. It's the most disrespectful fucking shit I've
that
ever
means
heard in my
black men
fucking
have an
life.
opinion or a
you don't
voice.
vote for me.
What you should
You
say
all
is,
black.
hey, why don't y'all just want to have these kids? I mean, sure, you got pregnant and you don't really want it, but why can't you just have this? Just do it for Black America.
They're saying
So,
fall in line with black women. That's what they're saying.
Well, you
so
should tell them to fall in line with having no more abortions. If
No,
they
this
do
was on the
that, we'll vote
news.
for.
This was
like
Oh,
on the
no. I'm
news.
saying that should be our rallying call. We'll vote for Stacey when you make sure that there's no more abortions,
this is
period, for Black people.
this is my problem with the whole Democratic Party, and y'all will notice this. Whenever they
I mean,
lose,
obviously, some exceptions.
whenever they lose elections and all this kind of stuff, they always blame black men or black people. They didn't show up. They didn't do this. But I can ask them black women, those same black women, what policies have they done directly to benefit you? And when I say you, that also includes your brother, your father. You always say, "What about your mother? What about your brother? What about your father?" And then when the Latinos went over, they never went like Latinos mostly vote conservative. Blah blah blah. They don't blame them. The only people who get blamed for Democrat losses are black people because they consider your vote to be a what we're gonna say. They
Gimme,
consider your vote to be a what?
a
What we're
gimme,
gonna say?
a gimme.
Give me. And when you don't give me them, they vote. They look at you like, why? I mean, we're always here for you, niggers. Like, I mean, you guys. I mean,
Well, yeah.
what else do you got to do?
So I don't know. I posted the video. I don't know if that's the whole video, but it was during this segment, and I think she was talking to some other black men, where she was just like, all these Kevin Samuels men in the black community. I mean, why can't y'all just fall in line with
That was
black
Tiffany
women so we
Cross.
can get? There you go.
Tiffany
Yeah,
Cross
listen.
on
Oh,
MSNBC.
yeah. Oh,
So Tiffany Cross on MSNBC they did her Pink Book lessons, did something on her. She said she gets like 52,000 viewers a show. She's just jealous that Kevin Samuels get more viewers than her, and he's dead. Corporate media is dead. So I mean,
Nigga is still hitting more numbers than she ever hit in
she's
her
a
life.
fucking tool, bro. Most people in corporate media, black tools. Don Lemon, tool, and he's actually not even for the black people. He's actually for gays, but he's one of those
Well, no,
people
he's
where
not for gays. He's for white gays. Let's be
white gays.
specific and real.
Yeah, like that,
White
and that's
kid.
I think my perception of the gays is clouded by what I see what they do in the media, and I actually thought about
Well,
it.
yeah, that's the main thing about it is it's the media that really be fucking people up because when you meet most gay people, they're just like everybody else.
No,
When
I
you
don't
see
think
gay
they're not
people on,
everybody else. I'm just saying if you're black, those are what I'm talking about in particular. I feel like they um
well, I'm only
oftentimes,
referring to black ones because we can't say white ones and those other ones we can't even get started on those. It's too much of a fucking rabbit
but
and bird's nest of shit.
I don't think like uh, the problem is gays are always looked at as they're very feminized and whatever. But the regular gay dudes, like I kind of now I don't want to say I want to meet them, but like I love for one to just be like, look, we're not like that. We just like dick and we want to move forward with our lives and whatever, bro, like that. But
100%
I met
respect
a lot.
that.
I met a bunch of those in the military.
yeah, but
Yeah,
when
but
we
see,
we're
they're
dealing,
allowed to don't ask and don't tell.
well, that's over
No, what the
with.
fuck are you talking about? That's over for
Yeah,
years.
but the perception is often my perception is often clouded by the liberal ones I see on TV, and I'm like, and I like oftentimes when I'm talking about gays, like I'm talking about those like they're super feminized, they're
Yeah, the
like
flamboyant
bitches,
gays.
like yeah, and no, there are some black ones like that too, but
Bro,
most of them are just living in a way that I see sometimes as a human. I'm not telling anyone how to live their life, but dude, one day you got to settle down and figure out your life, be that with another man or whatever. And then you got to pay bills and all this kind of stuff will affect you. However, I know straight men who are just living their lives too. So who am I to blame either of the other two, right? But if I want to raise my children and I'm
You can
straight,
blame these people.
I mean, I can. I blame the liberal gays and Democrats. To me, that social agenda would that matter more than my fiscal agenda? Maybe because I don't think Democrats really care about my pockets. I really don't. They tell us all to go to college and you'll be successful, but then like I told people, I didn't tell y'all. I think they set this student loan up thing up to just to be crossed by Republicans. I don't think they truly want it to pass. I think it's going to go away, but
Well,
we'll
no,
see.
I don't think Republicans are going to touch it. I think what
They
they're going
did.
to do
They
is,
already got a challenge.
yeah, but them getting a challenge, they got to get it through an actual court in time. And I think that's the part that they want to do is they challenge it so they have something to talk about and talk about how this is just giving money to rich white liberals, even though most of this program is going to go to poor people because they're the only ones who really qualify for those Pell Grants. But they don't tell you all about that.
Is that why I got Pell Grants?
Yeah, but Pell Grants used to be good.
Pretty
Now they
much,
kind of like me.
Pell Grants is for poor people.
Oh,
Yeah,
it wasn't much. It was like it was like
I think I got
1,000.
eight
Oh yeah,
hundred
that's what I'm
dollars.
saying. Like that's what I'm saying is Pell Grants are
You got
actually
a
for poor
thousand,
people.
a
Exactly. You get
thousand.
1,000. You
I
get
got
like
800
twenty
in two
five
thousand.
hundred.
What was that? 2006. Like what the fuck?
Did you
Well,
pay
to be
that shit off
fair,
already? Right?
You say what?
You paid that shit off though, right?
My student loan?
Yeah.
Oh no, my student loan been forgiven a long time ago.
who
Well,
forgave?
goddamn it, nigga, you need to go back and tell them that you want your money back.
No. I forgave them. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying, bro. You need to go and tell them that you want them
No, I think
loans.
you think I paid them. Let me set this
No, no,
up.
no, no.
he's saying,
What I'm saying is, since you got Pell Grants, get your 20,000 and pay them loans back.
That's all I had was 20,000. I've never given
I
them a
know.
goddamn dime, and I never plan to because somebody was telling me like, "You're 18, you know what the fuck you doing." Can I ask, even Black Libertarian, when you signed those papers, did you fully understand what you was doing?
Hell no.
Yeah, I knew I was doing. I just didn't give a fuck.
See, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just like, whatever. They was like, that's not that much money. I'm just like, whatever. Like,
No, I knew what I was doing because now I didn't know how expensive this shit would get. I mean, okay, look, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't like take into account the gravity of what I was doing
okay,
because
do
I
you?
didn't even have to take them shits out. I was just like, I want extra money, like
What I'm saying is, I
Correct.
believe that system to be
yeah.
predatory. You're too. I don't know if you're too young to make that decision, but we should question
No,
Are we
you
now?
are. You are. Because
You are
we
too young
tell
to make
kids
that decision.
they can't drink alcohol because they don't understand the ramifications. Well, kids shouldn't be able to sign up for student loans. Or we need to make college actually what it used to cost instead of what it
Affordable?
costs now.
Like more affordable?
Exactly.
Government should
Yeah,
Free
stop
making
backing.
it actually
inflation?
affordable.
That's how you
I
do it. The
have
government needs
I
to get
have
the
a
fuck out
different
of the loan.
argument. My argument is don't have administrative personnel steal students' identity and buy 6 houses with it and destroy the
Also
students'
true.
credit before they
No,
even get
what
old
I'm
enough to do
saying is,
anything.
as long as the government says you can borrow as much money as you want from us and we'll back it, that's why I think that's the major problem with student loans. Like
Yeah.
they can raise their prices every year and they know the government will like, oh, I
Okay,
guess we
so
got to give them more money.
if you understand that, then you understand the healthcare thing. You understand minimum wage. You should understand everything. If you understand that concept,
No, I do understand it, but what you don't
TV.
understand is I believe the government should be one of set rules and restrictions to that degree, but I don't think they should put financial backing in it. But you don't think the government should have a regulatory arm. I think the government should be more of a regulatory arm than a fiscal arm.
they regulate to their own corruption, then they become fiscal. I mean, it's never ends. They just got to get the fuck out of the way. I'm sorry. I respect what you're saying that they should regulate it, but there's no way for them to regulate it without charging us more tax dollars so they can go do checks and balances on these companies. And then who does checks and balances on people who do checks and balances? Because you have lobbyists who come in and tell them, look, let's look the other
Whoa, whoa,
way.
whoa. You can't expose the system like that, nigga. They'll kill you.
I mean,
Just being
that's
honest, there's no way out
but
of it.
the problem is
No,
if we don't have any sort of regulatory arm, these people will fucking kill us.
no,
Like
they
I think
won't.
me and you were
It'll be
talking
against
about.
their. It's
We were
against their
talking
own self
about like,
interest to kill us, man.
we said, do you think they're mining asteroids? And he was like, I think they're mining asteroids. I was like, probably. But what if they
Yeah.
fuck up and come towards the Earth and kill us all? Should we allow
But
them to mine asteroids?
that's my point. I don't think they're going to do anything that's against their own self interest. Us being alive is part of their own self interest,
Ooh.
so they don't have to work. Like when people say that,
They
like,
poison
oh,
the water for people who live in that city who work for you.
they poison it enough so that the niggas can work, just not well. You understand?
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's one of those things where it's like, bro, what are we fucking doing here? Like, y'all know
Dying?
how the well, no, no, like y'all know how these things are because that's the thing that always gets me. Oh man, when people are like, man, I don't know about these unions. It's like, bro, the reason your ass has fucking FMLA is because of unions. Like that's the only reason that you can tell your job, hey, my wife is dying of cancer, or my grandmother needs care, or my kid just had a terrible operation and it didn't go well. And their job
An
doesn't just
abortion?
go, no, 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 no. Your kid had a terrible operation. Not talking about your teenager. Talking about your actual child. Unless you're in Alabama, in which case it's probably both. But outside of shitting on Alabama, like unions are the reason that you have that. Like they fought, they campaigned, they lobbied for that. We could go into the Henry Ford thing on wanting people to actually have time and money to buy things, but y'all not ready for that conversation. Y'all at this point in time really need to begin taking a harder look at how the government manages things. Like we are at a time where a lot of shit is coming down this fucking pipeline. Like they don't want y'all being able to repair your fucking phones anymore. Like you getting your screen fixed. Apple doesn't want you to be able to go and get your screen fixed because that shit costs them money. They don't get to fuck you over in the Apple store. Like y'all niggas need to open those eyes and start listening because the government is gonna let these niggas rape you if y'all don't actually say no. I don't think I want to be raped. I think that's a bad idea.
I disagree.
Go ahead, state your disagreement in full.
Oh fuck! I gotta.
Yeah, bro, you can't be a woman.
Oh,
You thought you gonna white woman your way to this shit?
god damn! I tried. But you saying you gotta start listening to shit harder? I feel like if you're waiting for the other side to speak when there's already things laid out, you it's like knowing the end is coming versus looking up how to avoid it. Like don't start with listening, start with reading, figure out how this shit like I want the shit's there. We can post links to free videos that just say how the government works. People don't even have a basic understanding of government. They just know president is the highest like form of office
El
or whatever.
Presidente.
But they don't understand like lobbyists or whatever. They may have a loose understanding, as much as hey, if you pay enough money, they'll do what you say. But as far as a deeper understanding, and even one that to a degree that might help them change that, yeah, no, like niggas listening ain't gonna do too much of shit other than make them aware of how they're getting fucked over. Until you understand it, you
It's not gonna
there
matter.
won't be any change. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. You're not wrong,
because
man.
like as far as that goes, you're just kind of being naive in a subject you don't even understand. So
Like, what's the point in listening if you're in over your head? You don't put 3-year-olds in fucking college classes. You put them in fucking kindergarten or daycare or some shit. Why? Because they're
Appreciate
not
it,
ready
but
for
okay.
it. You have to build it up. It depends on your state.
Shit, they allow 3-year-old. What state is this? Goddamn New York.
Oh, I said daycare.
Okay, I'm gonna wind that back. But in any case, that's actually a good point. But let's, I guess, finally get on topic because we went all over topics. Sham, I think
Fucking
you came up with
Lizzo.
this. Go ahead
Oh,
with
wait,
her
what?
crystal flute.
Yeah, I was in the comment section. They was like, "Oh God, maybe this fat bitch Lizzo and
man,
Stacey Abrams should be together." I was like, "God damn." I feel like you was trying to burn black people, but you just burned fat women, black fat women. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm
All
supposed to do with
fats
it.
stick
Like,
together, bro.
So
Them fats stick together.
Canada, how popular is like Lizzo in that area?
why
how
do people
fat are
care
women
so
in
much? She
Canada?
pretty fucking fat,
I mean,
honestly.
that's a good point.
There's not,
That's a good point.
yeah, like I'll be like, yeah, like there's not really like a social acceptable standard to be any size in Canada. You can just kind of walk around wherever you want, to be honest. Like it's
I think not
Canada.
the same way here though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here
Wait,
everybody
Honestly, we're pretty
complains
much
that
the
they want
extreme,
body
just a little more
positivity.
respectful.
Hmm. I
But why
don't
do
think
everyone
I'm
care about this bitch
disrespectful
playing
because
the
of big
flute?
women.
Like, it's just a flute. Like, why is it
well,
like,
no,
Because
no, no.
she's
It's
playing.
that particular flute.
Yeah,
It's a
she's
It's some
playing
crystal flute.
200-year-old
And
flute.
a
no, no, no,
dead
no, no, I know
slaver's
that, but like, I mean
flute.
beforehand. Beforehand. Like, why is everyone like, oh
oh,
yeah, like, she plays a flute, like, good job, girl boss. Like, haha,
burning
who cares?
calories,
Just a
bro.
fucking flute. Yeah, she better
Well,
start.
I love her fucking like vegan grocery list. It was like cherries and then ice cream and Oreos and Twizzlers. Like, fuck yeah, that's vegan.
I mean, it is.
I know.
I mean, technically, she's not wrong. That's the thing about it is being technically right is being better than normal right. So
Like, how
she's
stupid do you got to be to copy someone else's grocery list? Like, bitch, you know you
What?
got to eat this shit.
What do you
whoa. What do
mean?
you mean, bro?
People make
People
whole
online,
businesses out of
though.
that.
There's
Correct,
people online, like, I learned this off TikTok. Like, what the fuck? It ain't gonna work,
bro.
bitch.
TikTok has taught people that they are
How to
breathing
listen.
wrong, and it's like, bro, what do you mean you're breathing wrong? It's like, bro, you're supposed to breathe with your diaphragm, not your chest, and it's like, so you've lived your whole life not knowing that you could breathe from your chest or your diaphragm.
One thing I did learn from TikTok is when you run, it's like you breathe in on your left foot or right foot. I can't really remember, and it actually does help you run longer. At least it felt like it did.
Well, no, it's because it starts a cadence, which I'm sure Sham could tell us all about.
Yeah, the reason you last longer is because you're more focused on the breathing. Focusing on breathing allows you to block out everything else. That's part of the mantras with meditation. If you focus on breathing, you could
Or demon
actually,
slaying, either one.
yeah, you actually went into a state of pure meditation where you blocked everything else out.
Oh, you talking about
Borderline.
the runner's high
Yeah.
No.
Oh
Before you get
man,
to the water
or the
side,
zone?
nah, when you're climbing up to the zone. Because once you get in the zone, it's all zen. We're talking about when you're ascending the meditation, not once you've achieved it.
Mm, I feel like that's definitely gonna vary from person to person.
Okay. I mean, hey,
Uh,
you know what? Life is full of nuances, and this is your major calling. But have you always, Sham, been into women of all races, or did you normally try to go black and then decided to go back?
uh, well, I watched my first pornography when I was about 3 years old. My father had a box under the bed in the side room. It was a bunk bed, I remember, because that's where I slept. And he was out, sometimes he'd have to go to work, whatever. So me being a responsible 3-year-old, I'm like, fuck it. Minding my business, making cereal. What any, 3-year-old left at home would do. Uh
Pulling out
hold on,
chairs?
pause right there.
say what?
Go ahead.
3-year-old left at
Yes.
home. All right, you can keep going.
It wasn't a regular thing. Sometimes you couldn't find a babysitter. And it was easier for me to be at home and not kill myself because I was one of those kids.
What the fuck?
What?
Nigga, this is his
No,
life, bro.
I'm not
His life
being
been a
what? I'm
hardcore.
not being facetious.
No,
That's
no,
fair.
I
I'm
know, I
sorry.
know.
I'm sorry.
You're
That's
a
some kind of
hardcore
harshness, bro. My
nigga.
bad.
Yeah, his life is sad.
What?
It's not that
y'all
his
don't
life
read
is
enough,
sad.
bro.
His life is literally
Hey,
hardcore
listen, we all got
leveling.
sad lives. Depends how you spin it, but I understand.
My life is
Continue,
fucking
Sham. I'm
wonderful
sorry.
compared to a lot of my old friends.
No,
Hey,
his
Sham, man.
friends'
Everybody for
lives are
better.
worse. Although one
Yeah,
of them
but the
got
worst
married
compared to the
recently. Shout
worst is
out to
still the
her.
worst.
I
And
mean,
Scott, you're gonna get that
to
reference in about 3 years.
some people, anyway, get back on something. Anyway, I saw this porn, and I was like, white titties. Didn't have the concept of jacking off yet. I'd like to be like, oh yeah, I just went to work, but 3-year-old me just didn't quite figure it out. On the other hand, I did like what I saw, and I was like, you know what, titties are the shit.
And then he
And then
became a tit man.
I think I saw my first vagina in real life from this girl in the first grade. We
Yeah,
basically
that's
like
about when it
exchanged
happens.
privates, and
Yeah.
my first French quick kiss was in kindergarten. Either way, I didn't give a fuck as long as you had a vagina and you were mildly attractive. But when
Correct.
I got older, I started to realize I wasn't really down with as much as I thought I was. I like black women. I like Latin women. I like ethnic women. They honestly kind of avoid white women.
I'm
Uh,
scared.
and it was a fear that came to a head like in the military, but I'll leave that alone. But yeah, I started off being thinking I could only like black women, and then there was a lot of Latin women. I'm like, oh, y'all, some of y'all cute. And then we hit puberty years, and that forearm hair and that lip hair got kind of strong or something. I was like, maybe I need to go back to these black women.
Oh, I think I'm with you with that black, Latin, and ethnic bit. Like saying niggas. My whole problem with white women, just to be honest with you, was truly the approach. Um, even now to this day, if I found myself to be single, I just don't think I can truly approach a white woman like in public and not feel like she's gonna call me a rapist. Because you're gonna get a rape charge,
Oh,
statistically speaking,
that's a
a
major
white woman.
fear.
Like I was talking to a black libertarian. He was like, "Man, I really want to try white women out," and I was just like, "Yeah, I feel you." And the ones that I have run across is just like they came for me, and I
You feel you
can't.
have to look like a certain type of black to go for white women, like like that safe
I
black
don't.
guy in quotation marks?
Correct. I agree with that. Like you
All
feel
right.
like I want a white girl. I had a country white girl, but I want a white blonde.
No,
Like
I
why
feel that.
with this nigga white girl?
You know,
like
like her father got her in the will. She got a trust fund and shit.
I don't even care what she got. I'm talking about blonde, blue eyes, and like all American white. Like what's that bitch name that sings? Like Leanne Rhymes white, or
Wait,
what's the other?
Rhymes, man. She's
are
a
you?
beautiful woman.
Is your dick Hitler?
Yes.
Oh,
Hey, yo,
His
listen,
dick
man.
his dick
Hey,
is
listen,
Hitler,
man. This is
bro.
an
wants
AD
to hit
conversation.
her.
I mean, it just sounds like your dick and Hitler have a lot of subjects that align, but
Did
not.
you just say a
Age-wise.
lot of Jews you'd like to climb? What the fuck, bro?
I mean, he said
Whoa,
he
y'all
wanted
just got dark.
blue-eyed blonde women on his
Yeah,
dick.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Your
bro.
dick
That's
can be held.
basically what
It,
Hitler was going for.
I mean,
I don't like
yeah,
blue
Really?
but
eyes. I'm more of a green eye type of guy. Fuck with green eyes.
Isn't that like extremely rare?
yeah,
You
but
Not
probably
that
really.
shoot
shit's so
yourself in
Not
the
great.
dick
around
with that.
here. I see a lot of girls with green eyes around here.
Oh, so they all in
Huh.
Canada, moving up there.
Do they like black guys?
But
To
do
an
they like black?
extent. They like
Shit, I
the
don't like
they like
that.
a safe.
I don't like that
They like
terminology.
a okay. So
That makes
like
sense. Fuck
they
you.
like
Hold on, hold
so
on.
some
What
like
difference?
okay. It's like there's three type of black guys. There's like the hood nigga, the safe black guy, then there's the Arabs who look black. There's a lot of Arabs in Canada. So they ain't really black, but they look black, and bitches love that. So for some weird reason, they keep going to them niggas, and like they can't marry white girls, so they just be fucking them and then go back to their wives and some shit. Like all being serious,
Mark,
I'm not even joking. Being like serious.
I know
Like
it's Mafka
You know who
D.
does
Instead
that
of
a lot?
playing.
The white Jews. Like they hit their 20s and and they curl up the hair and kind of fall into that black thing. What's that guy named Michael Rappaport or whatever who was on
yeah, I get that guy. He was
yeah,
in
I know what you're talking
Friday,
about.
I think. He was on Friday.
Yeah, they go find them a little black girl to mess with in their 20s, but do they actually marry them?
nah, not at all. But
Well, to
you'll
be
give your
fair,
best years.
who's marrying people in their 20s?
I
Smart
see a
people.
lot of black women go for guys like that, like kind of like the Michael Report, like what's that fucking young guy's name?
What's that comedian who
Jack
was married to
Harlow.
that black
Jack
woman?
Harlow, like white guy, like cuz like them black girls love Jack Harlow. He
Even though
just
he called
Yeah,
them
like
that's
niggas.
it
the
makes
same
no
thing.
sense.
Yeah, Jack Harlow too. But like
Even though he
Yeah,
called
Jack
them
Harlow
niggas.
gonna fuck, but he ain't really trying to fuck with no black woman.
nah,
No
He called him
disrespect.
he
you can
called him the
tell.
N word
You can
before,
tell
bro.
it's fake.
Wait,
I
what?
believe it.
I mean, black women are simple. You know, you're a little white dude with a little bit of swag goes a long way, and I hate to tell them that. I
The
mean,
older
white
I
dudes
get,
are
the more I want a
Well,
black
hold on,
woman.
because that goes both ways. You can't tell me it's not niggas lining up if it's a girl and she thick and she white, let her do I don't know, anything that's passable. And by that, I
To be
mean,
fair, men just want to fuck her because he's thick. I
Hey,
think women
I
are
got a
more
question for you guys. I got a
cerebral when
question
it
for you
comes
guys.
to men.
Okay, all
We're
right.
more
Let's.
Do you guys
cerebral.
like
wait, cerebral? No, I think that it's playing two different games, but they still playing a game. Let's not give women more credit than is due. If
Me,
women
you
were
give
more
women credit.
cerebral,
These bitches got debit, bro.
He's not wrong.
if
That's the problem. He's not wrong.
yo, do you guys just want to like do you guys just want to like fuck around with other women, but at the end of the day, do you want to marry a black woman?
Oh,
I
I
mean, I
think I
already did
would
that.
marry.
I'm
Fair
cool with
enough.
black or Latino,
But
but
like
that's
cause
petty.
like
Niggas to
cause the
me,
older
bro.
I get, cause the older I get, my main perspective, like I want to be with a black woman at the end of the day. But
Because you want your
but I
kids to
like
look like
all
you.
this, but like I
Correct.
like
That's the
all
thing
different,
about it is,
but I like all different colors. Like like I learned that from my grandfather.
look, man, your
Papa loved all
concubine
types
can
of
be
different
whatever
women.
color you want.
Fair enough. But like it's not really about the kid's color. It's more about what I want, kind of. Like I kind
Uh,
of want to marry one, you know. Like I already
I
got a
mean,
kid,
again,
so
bro, the
I don't know if I want
concubine
other
can
kids
be
or not.
whatever
you
you
have
want.
children?
Pardon me?
Yeah,
You
he
have
has a
children?
kid.
I
Yeah, I
didn't
got
know.
a kid. Yeah.
Congrats. I don't know. They're great. I don't know. I don't know. I thought
Yeah,
I was the
man,
only one with a kid.
y'all
Black
No, I
both
got a
libertarian.
kid.
fathers. Y'all both fathers.
Yeah, he'll be 3 next month. He'll be 3 next month.
Oh, you're young, young. I'm about to have me another one. I'm announcing on the podcast slick here, but whatever.
Slick
Oh, word,
announcement.
shit. What the hell?
Yeah,
Yeah, my
Reed
old
got
ass
another one, bro.
can pull out.
Let's go.
We'll see what
You got
happens. Hopefully it's a
you
boy.
got to start
Then
doing
I'm
euler,
done.
man.
I hope
Yeah,
so
Fucking
the
me,
too,
one
boy.
kid
man. So you
wonder
can be
for
done, man. I'm trying to get you out this
me. MC
game,
and the
bro.
one kid wonder.
You gonna get a vasectomy?
Oh,
Hell
Yes,
no.
nah,
sir.
bro.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Fuck
I'm going
yeah.
to just pull out.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop your fucking lying.
Reed number 3, loading soon, folks.
Get snapped.
I mean, I ain't gonna
Nah,
lie.
bro, I
Why,
can't do that.
you
I've seen
saying you
all
just
the
gonna pull
goons.
out is like the end of a Marvel movie when there's just like the little teaser at the end. We don't know when it's coming, but there's gonna be another Marvel movie.
Exactly, bro. He will
I think
return.
I get one at 55 because I'm done then, for real, for real.
Nah, bro, I don't think he will get snipped at 55. I think you're gonna have one at 55, and then you're gonna make another sequel at 70. And whoever your wife is, she's gonna be like, "How did this happen?" Well, obviously, first I put my penis in this woman.
Obviously, she's 20, so I mean, duh. I had to
Fair.
do it.
I mean, your hips
Everything
ain't
just
moving
went
the way her hips
naturally.
moving. Exactly.
I
Exactly.
don't
She
have to
probably
break out the bottle with her.
Exactly. She got that wet on good.
Oh, also, PSA: if you are a woman, or that's we'll put it this way: if you're a nigga and you thinking about talking to a girl and she don't drink water, her pussy can't smell or taste like water if she don't drink it.
Correct.
A lot of these
That's it.
bitches don't drink water. That's the thing. A lot of them.
I
At
Now,
least
know
in
you got.
Canada.
what he's saying, bro, is
Oh,
if you don't drink water, bro, you might just want to take the head. Just giving you a hint. You might just want to take the head.
or if you have
After
COVID
doing
or have
no
had
comment
COVID and you
is
still lost your sense of smell and taste or whatever, go for it, bro. That's
You
that's
ever
a
get yours
barrier.
back?
Yeah, I did. My
Yeah.
smell isn't quite the same, but I gotta say that's mostly a plus.
Can you
I can
explain that?
smell like individuals. I can smell individuals. Like if my cousin was coming around me right now, I'd be like, "Oh, DC's here."
Nigga, did you just say that you got a superpower?
No,
he
everybody
did.
No,
has
that's
a
not a
smell.
superpower.
Yeah, I
That
can
is not a
smell that.
superpower, nigga.
Nigga,
Everyone
that
smells
sounds
like
like
their house.
no. This nigga said he can individually smell when
I
niggas
can
show up
too,
places.
bro.
It's
Like,
like when someone in your family walks from the steps, like you know who it is from the way they're
Oh, don't
walking
get me
down the
wrong. Like
steps.
there's still a distance, but if I was to like go in somebody's place, I'd be able to tell who lived there if
yeah,
it
you
was
can
somebody I knew.
blindfold me and I can tell you who house I'm
Imagine
at.
that. You just walk in the place like, what bitch lives here? Smells funny. I know her.
Yeah,
Met her downtown.
You niggas should start a business figuring out if niggas is
bro.
cheating on their
Everybody
girls.
has a smell, a scent, and you
I'm not
can't
saying
cover it
that
up.
people don't. I'm just saying, bro,
Uh,
you need to start a business doing this shit. Y'all need to
like
start
my
black
child's mother has a
investigations.
smell.
No,
Uh,
no, but scents are no, like I feel that though. Like I don't know, like scents are big for me. Like like, I walk into some place, I'm like, man, it smells like Nanny Rose's house. Like it just depends on the smell.
I love a woman who smells good, but I typically don't date women who are heavy with
Good.
perfume.
I like when they smell good.
Hide
But
something.
if you smell like perfume, I judge. I don't know why.
It depends on
You
the
gotta smell
perfume.
like body wash.
Yeah, like
No, it depends
Yo,
on
like when
what
you
it
come
is.
around me, I'm gonna smell
I
your
don't
hair
like I
first.
don't like
If I smell the
floral or
perfume
clean
first, I'm
scents. I
mad.
like I think I like floral. I don't like clean scents. I hate, even on myself, I hate clean scents. Like I hate them. Like anyone with that alcohol smell to it, I don't like it. Pink sugar bomb, I hate that shit. What's the other
well, it's
That's
shit?
called pink
delicious.
sugar bomb. It's not there for you to like. It's there for you to tolerate.
That's another smell I don't like, but women
Black
wear it
woman,
all the time. So
black woman
God damn.
yeah,
from the Arab store. They got that black
and
woman
it's
on
from
Oh
deck.
wait, that's the
Victoria's
actual
Secret.
name or something?
Yeah, the
I
actual
like the
name is
black
black
woman smell.
woman.
I'll be honest.
Oh, I thought you were being.
Oh no,
No,
it's
no,
not
no, no,
called.
no. No, it's called black woman, bro. Like one
No,
of
then
our
that's not what I'm
friends
talking about.
whose name I'm gonna redact from the podcast.
Shaniqua.
She used to wear that shit all the time.
Uh,
So if you had the
I like
superpower
Bishop.
right now, you would have been able to smell her because she used to wear black woman everywhere she went. And it's like, God damn, like you single handedly keeping these stores in business.
Shaniqua.
Smell good.
Yeah, she smelled like fucking black woman.
Yeah,
I seen her buy that
I
shit, and
always
I was
thought.
like, God damn, you buy a
I
lot of
always
this shit.
thought she was a. I always thought she could have been somebody's good woman, like whatever. But I don't know.
Nah, man,
I can see that.
she's a good girl gone bad, bro.
I don't like
For
when
Nah,
real?
girls wear long
was
nails.
that?
I don't like no.
No,
I
man,
don't
she
like
a good
long
girl
nails.
gone
I like
bad,
a
man.
certain way.
I'm just saying,
Is she
bro.
bad though?
Stylist told her when she came over, like, you know who this nigga is, and that's it, man. He told her what it is. That's why she living where she living, and she doing what she doing.
Well, I don't know. Well, much love to you.
I mean, yeah. No, she's still
Yeah.
good people. It's just, man, she chose her life. That's why when women be like, I didn't know what I was getting into, it's like, nah, you did. You just chose it.
I
I
only got
know.
till
That's
they're
like when women
30
talk to me. I'm like, bro, I
or
cannot help it.
35. Because who's
Oh,
gonna
bro,
meet you after
man.
that?
Well, see, the thing about it, and I'm gonna bring this up now, even though I'm skipping forward in topics. It reminds me of the whole Jordan Peterson thing. Because the Jordan Peterson crying on Piers Morgan, a lot of women were like, ha ha, Kiki, I can't live in a world without Jordan Peterson crying. And it's like, he really does feel sad
Hey,
for incels. And I get that. But it's the
I have
same
a
way.
question.
All right, and I'll get to your question in a second. It's the same way I feel when I hear a woman who's like 42 years old and she didn't necessarily date a bunch of bad guys, but she settled down with the wrong nigga for too long. And now she like, it's so hard dating. It's like, yeah, because you 42 years old and niggas don't want old pussy with 2 kids or 3 kids.
Oh, okay. I was about to say use a lot, but then you said kids, and I was like, all right, I take
Yeah,
that back.
exactly. Like if she's single with, with if it's just her and pussy, that's one thing. But a lot of these women is coming with a bunch of kids and a bunch of other things, and it's like a few men are going to sign up for that. Now, if you get one, you better treat him right, and he probably going to cheat on you still. But it is what it is. But like I can feel some level of being like, damn, that's kind of sad. Like the same way, like there was one time where like I saw this woman, she actually did all the right things, and her husband just got killed in like a car accident. And it's like, damn, like you actually did everything we tell women to do. She was a chaste woman, married this guy, had kids by him, and was being a stay-at-home woman, and some nigga just decided to delete her husband, and she was sad. And it's like, damn, that is actually sad because you did everything we tell people to do, and life can be cruel. But for women to be like,
I found it.
it's funny that Jordan Peterson cried, and it's like you really telling me that you don't see that a lot of these niggas, they don't know how to be the man that women want. Like they don't know, like they're unmentored, they're unlearned. They tried a couple things with women, it didn't work, and they are frustrated. Like you would be too if it wasn't for the fact that all of your value was bestowed upon you during puberty. Well, not all of your value, but all of your sexual value was bestowed upon you in puberty. And so you didn't have to work for it. You just go out there and niggas is like, hey, I want to fuck. I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll do the third thing. But these niggas got to figure out, how do I make myself presentable for women? How do I get the right career? How do I do this? How do we do that? And we like to say like, oh, they can
Stop
just
being
do it.
satisfied.
Exactly. But it's harder than it sounds. Like it's harder to be that nigga. And I mean, Reed has been that nigga for a long time. He can tell you, man, his back sometimes is hurting from being that nigga all the time. And
You know what?
go ahead.
No. It wasn't that. I think I've never really cared what people think, and there's always been like a level of confidence there that women see in me, and I'm just like, I'm truly not that comfortable as confident as you think, but I'm always been comfortable in my skin. And I figured that out a long time ago. I always been comfortable in my skin because, like, I remember like growing up, niggas talk about dicks and your small dick or whatever. I'm just like, bro, you can't control that. Like, your dick small, your dick small. Like, it don't
Learn how
matter.
to eat
Like,
pussy,
a
nigga.
lot of
Call it a day.
it's not even that. You don't even gotta learn. Do you get your nut? Oh well, you know, that's all
You
that
ain't
matters.
shit, you selfish ass lover. I'll never have to find
Hey,
out,
yo, fuck them
but
bitches. Let's keep
it's
game.
it's bad for women.
I've
You said it
always been
yourself
so
just now,
comfortable in
though.
my skin.
True indeed. I did
You
say
called him
it.
a
I'm
selfish ass
sure.
lover.
Yeah, he's a selfish ass lover.
How many of those women
I
did you
think
love that you fucked?
Me?
No, I'm asking him. You called him a
oh,
selfish lover. I'm asking him how many of those women he loved.
Probably two.
out of all the women I slept with, that I think I love, I think I've only truly loved 4 women out of my life. Out of the, I would say I don't know what my number is, but I know
Bro,
I'm
you know
batting
you over
100.
70.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm batting 100, which
Oh
is
yeah,
low considering.
in your college or in your in your fucking rap years,
Bingo.
nigga, you probably hit 25 during that period of time.
It was more than that, and I had a whole woman at home. But like
You guys are making
that's
me
Hey,
feel like a
bro, it
rookie
is what
right
it
now.
is, bro. Sometimes you got to have a whole woman at
I feel
No,
like
don't
home.
I
worry.
50 numbers in my life.
I'm only at like 14, 15, bro. And most of those were in like the last 5 years.
You know what I mean? You guys are making me feel like nothing. Damn. That's
Bro,
good.
no,
That's
bro,
it's
it's
great.
just because
okay.
the people like the black libertarian, all of us, we used to all have groups of girls, and then you fuck their friends, and then they fuck you, and then you fuck another one of their friends. It
And that
was
was a
really
different
just that
time back
easy.
then, though. That's like, I don't think it's like that no more.
No,
It
Niggas
it's
just
still
is.
don't
like
got
You
that.
just have to be in
involved.
that circle.
Yeah,
Oh, it is.
you just got to
I'm
be in
just
You
that
not
just gotta
circle,
know how
bro.
to
involved.
do it. You just gotta know how to do it. You know how many girls we met at the club, and we'll just be like, "Yo, y'all want to go back to the crib, smoke and drink, buy a $20 bottle of liquor, and she gonna go down quicker." Like it's really like that. And these same bitches in front of y'all talking about she that bad bitch, and niggas ain't have shit, and we were still fucking. My nigga right now live in his mama basement right now, and he probably banging more chicks than all of us combined right now.
This
All
nigga's
right,
banging
clearly I gotta
more
pick up
chicks than
some
we
game.
banged in the last 5 years combined.
Clearly I gotta pick up some game off you guys after the podcast later because I'm doing something wrong.
Nah,
But
bro, it's not
Put
that you're doing
yourself
something
out
Oh,
there.
wrong.
you have expectations.
You ain't got expectations, and nigga, you in
yeah, I
Canada,
do.
bro. Women there have like
Now,
I do.
respect and values for
to be
themselves.
fair, to be fair, now only like 40 of them was worth hitting. Like,
All right,
100
that's a good
plus,
number, I guess.
100
But
plus, 35%
only 40.
completion rate.
But look at that ratio,
No,
40%.
seriously. Yeah, that's pretty good.
because I
Not bad.
remember one time we went out to this club, it was these girls dancing. Oh, bitch, gonna ignore the hell out of me dancing on the stage, try to grab her. She gonna dance. She don't know me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Uh, I see that she hanging with this other chick, so I'm like, cool. All right. I told my other boy, well, what's his name on this podcast? Armstead, pick up a friend. Cool. He picked up a friend. They brought her back to the house. I was like, oh, I remember you. You ignored me while we was dancing. She's like, I don't remember that. I was like, oh. Like 20 minutes later, knocking her down in the other room, and he knocked her friend out. Like, it was that easy,
I
bro. And like, I'm 22, and she's like 30 something. Like, it was that easy because, to be fair, I'm going to say something, and I say this all the time. Like, my friend was like, how do you sleep with women? Like, black libertarian. I said, I pull my dick out. Like, he's like,
yeah.
what? I said, I
Real
just pull
talk.
my dick
Yeah.
out. And he was like, how does that work? I was like, when I was younger, I realized something. When you have a penis that's a decent size, curiosity will get you a lot of pussy.
Correct.
Like,
Correct.
I never.
if they're,
I honestly
yeah,
didn't know that.
That could be a double-edged sword, though.
Well, see,
correct.
the thing about it is
Well,
you got to
Uh,
also have
well,
the game because that's how he's
no,
avoided.
no, no. You
no,
you
you get a lot
misunderstand.
of, you
You
get a
don't
lot
want
of
the
head
wrong people
too.
curious.
Oh
I know
All right,
yeah,
you get a
listen.
lot of head too.
yeah.
Because a lot of
I gotta
girls
say
will
this
get.
now before I forget. But do you think it's different between a black man crying, between a white guy crying? Is there a
No,
difference? You think it's the same thing?
we just cry for our ancestors. I'm just kidding. Interesting. I think the world looks at it differently. If you want to
Yeah,
go
that's
there,
what I mean. Yeah, like differently.
yeah.
Because we were talking about the man crying, but like, what about a black man crying between a white man crying?
Wait,
Because
wait,
like I
wait.
feel
Part of
I
it
like
need
is
examples that aren't
definitely.
Will Smith.
I feel okay. Like I feel the white man can cry more than us,
Oh
but I
yeah,
Oh,
feel
easily,
yeah, that's what
easily.
I mean. So there's a difference right away. But
Yeah, but
easily.
like,
But
think
also,
about
there's
it.
like,
always going to
Because
be
like even
some
let's think about it.
differentiator.
Let's think about it. Like even like let's say if like our brother died, if we even shed a tear, niggas would think we're weak about that. A fucking white guy's fucking dog could die, and it's like, oh my god, like I'm so sorry. It's like
Not
there's
Pooh
Or
difference
black
between
Bear.
men.
Hold on, black
Yeah,
men are
Definitely.
looked.
like
Black men are looked at as the top of the world, like when it comes to masculinity, though. Like it's just it is what it is. Like when you think about strength and whatever, like if you think of a strong person right now, be it sports or whatever, in America particularly, he's probably gonna be a black man.
Correct.
Like black men are always shown to be the strongest, even when it comes to the masculinity. They're just always shown to be the strongest. So I think that perception carries down to the culture.
I remember when my granddaddy died, everybody was crying and shit. And my uncle walked over to me because I was a pallbearer. And he was like, "Yeah, I knew you wasn't gonna cry." I felt some kind of way about that. I'm like, all these other niggas been to jail. I was the light skinned one, but nobody ever called me soft. Is the best way to put
They
it.
really hate light skinned people in Houston,
They
don't
really do. They
What?
really fucking.
What you mean?
What?
like
What you mean?
you often mention the fact that you were light skinned a lot in these stories. Like
Well, no.
that wasn't a thing. I'm not that. You're lighter than me though,
I'm not the
right?
darkest either, though,
Oh yeah.
honestly. I'm kind of brown, I
Because
guess.
I'm like a tweener. I'm not dark, but I'm yellowish, red bone, I guess you
Yellow
want to
nigga
call
with
it.
my
Like
dick
My
long.
dad's like that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like when they always like you light skinned niggas. Like when I think of light skinned niggas, like you
See,
Steph Curry niggas is different. Like I'm not